This is Maginoni. Here's my late reviews for Vengeance #1 and Daredevil #1. I'm just gonna do Vengeance first. I'm gonna make this one short and sweet. I hated this book. Just hated it. I don't understand what the point is so far. I don't even want to know what the point is. All I know is it's taking place during, it looks like during different time periods. You have the modern time, and it has a little bit with the Red Skull in it. So, for no apparent reason, well, you have this, they're at a club, and then Miss X and this guy named the Ultimate Nullifier are there, and they get it on with threesome. While that's going on, you have this Teen Brigade type people, and then they're doing some shenanigans in a missile silo. But for no apparent reason, like I said, Magneto comes up as his Miss X. You are shirking your duties for mutant kind, and then I think his only purpose was basically just to show that, hey, the Ultimate Nullifier guy is a total badass because he took out Magneto. Basically, he's got a gun that just nullified his powers, and then they fight, and he treated Magneto like a chump, which I was like, oh god, this is just so painful to watch. Well, and then it's a stalemate, so Magneto goes home, and you also get a thing with Nighthawk, and it looks like She-Hulk and some Atlanteans maybe, and a giant monster. And to me, it's jumbled, it's all over the place. I'm sure that if you read all 6 issues, it'll tie in together quite nicely, but I just thought it just wasn't interesting. I hated it. Hated. Okay, here is Mark Waid's Daredevil #1. Now, with all the crap that Daredevil went through, they really needed this book to come out the way this did. It kind of acknowledges the mess that Shadowland was, and the good stuff that also happened before it, and they are now taking it back into what looks like a superhero direction, which is fine. Which is I think, like I said, this is exactly what this book needed. I think ever since, when Bendis took over the book, Daredevil has been in darkness and rain. I don't know if there has been sunlight at all in any of those books. And so just seeing Daredevil out in the sun was actually refreshing. He basically, he starts off, there's like a wedding thing, and Daredevil fights, Spider-Man's villain, the Spot. And the fight, I think, it was a pretty decent fight overall. The Spot's like a really tough a villain to fight, but he's perfect for his hypersenses. And I thought what was kind of interesting is you actually see like how Daredevil perceives the Spot. And so anyways, there's the fight, Daredevil gets a kiss, and then from there we learn that, because people think that, he's Daredevil, it's now causing trouble for him to, be defended, or, the lawyer. And I thought that part was kind of interesting. So it's gonna be starting to push Matt Murdock into a whole new direction. And again, you can see how his hypersenses are working there and over there. Now, the way this thing ends, since it's been a while, I'll spoil it, but it's basically ends with Captain America's shield. So it looks, if you guys ever remember seeing some promo pictures, it looks like Daredevil's going to join the Avengers or something like that. So that's how this is the setup for that. I honestly don't know if I'm going to keep buying Daredevil. Daredevil left such a bad taste in my mouth during Shadowland. I don't know if I can handle it, but I'll certainly give it another try. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. Rate the video up or down. Let me know what you think. And I'll have more reviews up later, so until next time.